How you doing? Welcome in to part 28. GTA 4 with a therapist. Hope you're doing great. Love that you're here for the big 28. Didn't mean to rhyme that, but I guess it was fate. Leave a comment below or leave a thumbs up. Or maybe even consider a wee bit of donation. Okay, I'm done. All right, Bernie. What do you got for old Uncle Niko? Donkey Kong rap vibes? DK. Donkey Kong. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. His coconut gun can fire in spurts. If he shoots ya, it's gonna hurt. DK. Donkey Kong. Alright, we're here. We going the back way? Guess it is Bernie. Terrible joke. Terrible joke. I'll see myself out. Look at this.
Thank you, Bryce Dawkins. I hope the cash for this didn't come out of city funds.
Wow, he bought Bernie an Infernus. Orange one. Okay. Jimmy Pecorino. Hey, Jimmy. Go see what old Jimmy Pecorino's up to, huh? Old Jimmy P. The Pecorino. He's the inventor of the cheese, you know? You got some fine cheeses with old Jimmy Pecorino. Swiss cheese, like the guys that shoot up for him. Swiss Pecorino cheese. Get stuffed. Whoa. Rocking the suburbs, just like John Bon Jovi did. Y'all don't know what it's like being male, middle class, and white. It's a bitch if you don't believe. All alone in my white boy pain. Shout out to Ben Folds. I gotta make the music since I can't listen to the music in game. All right, here we go. Jimmy Pecorino. You need to wear smart clothes and smart shoes in order to meet Jimmy Pecorino. Of course you do. God damn it. He even told me that. Can't roll up in my nice car in my vintage thrifted LSD. Oh, LSD jacket. Jimmy Pecorino's got style. Jimmy P. I guess we're gonna go. You know what? No, screw you, Jimmy Pecorino. We're gonna go to Derrick. Tell me how to dress. And you say you can't sing. I can sing. I wouldn't call it well. Were you even a white kid in the Midwest if you didn't listen to Ben Folds in high school in the early 2000s? I don't think so. I wonder what he's up to these days. Did I say that on the last stream when I sang his song? Okay, sir, you saw me coming. My dash cam will have you for that. Oh, God. All right, Derrick. All right, everybody, say goodbye to the orange and furnace because I don't think we're getting it again.
I told you I'm not gonna go. I'm your brother. I'm supposed to take care of my family.
Hey!
I'm beyond being taken care of now.
Hey!
Hey! Hey!
Your brother said you needed a hand. Looks like you need more than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Oh.
Hey! Wake up, you fucking junkie!
I'm awake. I was just wishing you'd leave. Hey! Hey! Sit down. That's pretty good gear. I'm pretty high.
Good for you.
Okay. Don't get sanctimonious on me.
Okay.
Totally
Why do
fair.
you do this to yourself?
Because it feels nice. Because it feels better to be high than not.
Does it stop you thinking?
It stops you caring, which is even better.
So, what do you care about?
I care about getting people back who claimed I was a grass. People who used that to steal shit off me.
Maybe that's what your brother was talking about. When they said you needed help taking care of all the business.
Sure. I mean, I ain't a saint. I ain't a man of principle. I messed up. But I tried. I made a mistake. But I admitted it.
We all make mistakes.
Exactly! And this guy is still threatening to kill me and my family!
What's his name?
Bucky Sliggo.
Bucky Sliggo.
I heard he was living in Alderney. Can you get access to police computer?
Sure.
Find the fuck. Shut him and his pals up.
Okay.
His pals up.
No matter how you feel about Derrick and his use of substance, Derrick is right to call Niko out on being sanctimonious. He is perfectly in the okay to tell Niko, if you're just gonna show up here and berate me, you can kick rocks. Niko, they've just met. There's no relationship there. And for Niko to walk up on him and just immediately dump a whole bunch of judgment upon him is not something that Derrick has to put up with. It's not even something that we would look at and say, yeah, super healthy to do that because somebody's got to do it. It's not really how it works. Yes, people who are deep in the throes of substance abuse need a helping hand. And there are resources available to help people do that. some of which they're responsible. You know, in this case, Derrick is responsible for seeking out on his own, should he decide that he's committed to that. Some that can make their presence more known. There's, you know, very rarely is there a direct intervention via pulling somebody who's abusing substances into a program involuntarily. But for Niko to show up, if Niko's going to show up there and see Derrick that way, he has one of two options. The first option is walk away because you're like, I'm not working with this dude. Which Niko would be perfectly okay with doing. Or if you're going to engage with him, you better damn well engage with him with respect. Even if you don't respect what he's doing. He's not putting Niko in harm's way. There's no direct threat to Niko. Niko is approaching him while he's drunk on a park bench. And again, whether we agree with whether that's a healthy thing or not is irrelevant to that that exchange. So, you know, the lesson here in this is if you have any kind of desire to connect with people, you don't have to enable their behaviors or just put up with it. You can set boundaries by not being around it or whatever. But if you're going to engage somebody that is doing something that you're not particularly thrilled about, unless there are very specific contextual reasons for why being disrespectful might work, meaning you probably have a long relationship and some rapport, it's a relatively new engagement. Either respect the engagement or don't engage. And if that means that he continues to lay on a park bench and there are bad consequences for the fact that he passes out on that park bench, he gets pickpocketed or whatever, it's a consequence of his actions. It's not something you're responsible for. But people who overly take responsibility for the well-being of others will find themselves in pretty precarious situations like this without registering that you have boundaries you can and should set. But also, like, if you're going to engage with that person, the best way that you're going to actually get anywhere with them is to engage them respectfully. That dude's in pain. That dude's struggling. And again, I'm not just saying, like, yeah, he should be able to drink however much he wants and just completely drink himself into oblivion, although that is his choice if he chooses to do that. But that's a guy who is experiencing some very real pain, and he said it himself. Drinking means that he doesn't have to care because it turns that off, meaning that his investment in other people is something that comes along with pain, which certainly can be the case. But this is the type of thing where I don't want to go too far down the judgment hole with him because I don't know him well enough yet. But I can tell you that sitting here listening to him talk, there's a lot of questions that come up for me. How long has this been going on? What is it that you cared about or do continue to care about that's so painful to care about such that you want to turn it off? What's been the role of these substances in that? I could go on and on and on and on. But I want to be curious about him and get to know him more, not just immediately cast judgment, be a dick to him, and then help him out of spite because his brothers asked me to do it. So now I have to find a goddamn cop car. Hopefully there's one in the parking lot over there or right here. How nice that they set that up for me. Use the police computer to find Bucky's hangout.
That just speaks for itself.
Bucky, Sliggo, hangout, burger shot, and Elderly.
Hey, Derrick. Apparently your guy hangs out at the burger shop in the Alderney.
Go check it out. But make sure his boys are there. I want them all to pay.
What if he's alone?
Keep the police car. He'll see you and think you're taking him down. First thing Bucky'll do is run back to his crew. Fucking coward! Would rather everyone go down than him take a fall alone. Sold me out, didn't he?
I guess he did, man. I'll tell you when it's done.
But Niko is just so indiscriminate with his involvement in these affairs. It's wild. I also love how, like, he's like, oh yeah, make sure everybody's there. Put yourself even more in danger for this. And Niko's like, all right. He didn't even talk about payment.
I still think we should...
And I guess he probably builds rapport within Derrick's family. I don't know. Just Shit like this is so dumb to get involved with, man. And I realize I can say that about just about every mission in this game, but Niko inserting himself into the affairs of others like this. Excuse me for the yawn. Great Gozushi. I will say I like this island. This is kind of cool to drive around in this little, like, I don't know, urban suburban vibe. Reminds me of when I lived on the north side of Chicago. Look at that, the local burger shot. Bucky Sliggo. You've been found out, Bucky. Popo are coming for you, buddy.
Run to your friends, Bucky. The cops are here.
Wee woo, wee woo. Drive through everybody's backyard. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Old Bucky Sliggo giving me the runaround. This feels like another one of those, like, Rockstar being like, look at all the way we did all our assets for this. This is official police business.
Go to hell! I will chase you on foot. This ends now. Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Stay down! You. Weapon. Now you're on foot. I got you. Police, slowly down. I've got this going.
Oh, God. So I got... Whoa!
Now!
This is all gonna hurt. Put your hands up. Place is gonna
Wow, there's so many police on this. Oh, my God. 3-star? Oh, boy. Oh, well, this is good.
See if this now
Where did that shotgun come from? Oh, my God.
Where the hell did they go?
This is bad. Where the... Oh.
Get out of here! I got the lead. Police take cover. Boys, let us fly. LCPD, freeze, asshole. Target locked. Can I kill him? There's no way out. We got cops on all sides. Immediately. Hold on.
Getting out of this is gonna be so hard. We're gonna have to do this stupid ass fucking car chase again.
Told you not to annoy me.
Lose your wanted level. Sure thing.
Cover and fire! Everyone on the ground!
LCPD, drop that now. Hey, catch!
There's combat everywhere. You have no choice. Put your hands out where I can
Yeah.
see.
Okay.
Get out of here!
Oh, this mission's gonna suck. My younger self loved this engine. Does it hold up? No. Not at all. Dude, when you go from playing Marathon to this, it is like it's like driving a Ferrari to driving a 1998 Buick LeSabre that hasn't had its oil changed in the last 15,000 miles. No, this does not hold up well at all.
Oh, crap!
This is theoretically less janky because I'm on like a PC with mods and shit.
Howdy.
The checkpointing
Hey,
system in
Derrick.
this is terrible.
Apparently, your guy hangs out at the burger shop in Alderley.
Go check it out. Make sure his boys are there. I want them all to pay.
What if he's alone?
And I don't have my body armor again. So now...
He'll see you and think you're taking him down. First thing Bucky'll do is run back to his crew. Fucking coward. Would rather everyone go down than him take a fall alone. Sold me out, didn't he?
I guess he did, man. I'll tell you when it's done.
Worst part about this is when you restart the mission and you lose your armor. They don't respawn. No, they don't respawn you with the same gear because you go to the hospital and then you come out and then you redo it. So it's weird because it's essentially built as if you never did the mission, but the fact that you went to the hospital and then recalled it in after suggests that you did do the mission. So it's not intuitive. But what are you gonna do? All right, Bucky, let's go on a stupid ass car chase again. Bucky, I'm just gonna go straight to the house. I'll meet you there because I know where you're going.
Shit, Bucky. It's the cops. Go to your buddies.
I wonder if it's scripted when he hits like the people that he hits. We're gonna find out. The driving engine in this game is great. Way better than GTA 5. I find driving the cars in this game to be incredibly satisfying, but the shooting? I mean, if the police show up to this again, I'm so screwed.
I'm telling you, don't do it, man.
Hope all your bills are
Okay, much better. Still 2 stars. That sucks. is not the best getaway car, but hopefully... There's a car wash back there, but I don't think that's gonna do... Copies. Right on my ass. So going in the car wash ain't gonna work. I have to get in a faster car, or I'm gonna have to get really good at taking driveway shortcuts. Get out of the way. Okay, thank God. Okay. I don't know. I guess Jimmy Pecorino's all we got.
Niko, my boy. Good to hear your voice. To speak to you, I mean.
Derrick, you okay? Bucky and his boys are dead.
What? Sorry, not off for a second. Bucky dead? Good. Yeah, alive, but dead. It's all the same though, isn't it? Living, dead, good, bad, right, wrong, chalk, cheese.
I'll speak to you when you're back among the living.
All right. Yeah, I guess we'll go back to our house. Change into some nicer clothes.
No can do.
For old Jimmy. I appreciate that the cops wear different uniforms on the different islands. It's kind of cool. I mean, look, like, it's just... Look, I know it's Grand Theft Auto. I know I'm saying some shit that I've already said before. But one of the things that I just don't love about the way that GTA is set up here is Niko doesn't ask for any context on the stuff that he's doing. So we just don't get a level of investment in this stuff that I would like. I don't feel, I mean, I only feel conflicted about everything that's happening because I'm analyzing the game. I'm not just playing it as a Grand Theft Auto game. It just bothers me how much Niko is willing to do without anything other than just promise for pay. And we just like kill with reckless abandon. No problem. I'd love to feel an additional amount of weight around all of the killing that Niko does, and it's just missing in this. Oh, good. Now we're driving a boat under the influence.
Take charge of her, won't you, Niko? Tax her at these coordinates.
Go to Kim's boat. Okay. Who the hell's Kim? Why do we care about Kim?
A Korean contact of mine into the country with a boatload of fake $100 bills.
As long as the ones he's paying us with are real, it doesn't matter.
I owe you an apology, Niko. I was dosed when you told me you killed Bucky and his boys.
Yeah, you were out of it.
I haven't felt safe since Aiden O'Malley went inside.
Who's Aiden?
Me, Bucky, and Aiden, we all cared about the same stuff. We came together for a cause we believed in. At least, I thought I believed in it. I was young.
This was a while ago then.
Yeah, so Aiden got caught with something when he was somewhere he wasn't meant to be. Needless to say, he'll be inside for a time. Him and Bucky think I talk. Couldn't see no other way how he got caught. From what I hear, Aiden still rants about me to anyone who'll listen.
I know how it feels to be betrayed.
You got that look about you. You Parks boy?
Yes, I Kim. You Derrick?
Yeah, welcome to America. We're meeting your friends in Bohan. I'll text you the route you gotta take. Best way to avoid checks. We'll cover your rear.
Oh boy.
Another immigrant, arriving in this city, trying to make something of himself.
Brings a tear to my eye.
When this is done, I won't have to leech off my brothers no more. This deal should mean I can take care of myself.
Providing it goes to plan.
It's in the hands of...
What the fuck is this?
Think I got a clue? Use our boat to shield Kim from these fuckers. I don't give a shit if this thing stinks. We gotta protect him. I'd rather swim home tonight than come back tomorrow and die for those numbers. You done this before, Niko? On the right, boy!
It's a full-on coordinated attack.
Shit, they're sending the fucking airborne cavalry after us as well. Good thing we got a rocket launcher with us.
We've got the what?
A rocket launcher! It's in the back! Get rid of their chopper with it. I'll drive the boat.
Oh, come on.
There's only one thing that's gonna make me forget about this fuck-up. See ya.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks. Wait, is that not... Do I not get to redo it? No, I do. Interesting.
Is at this location.
That, interesting that that one you can fail and then he's just like, well...
What's happening there? I didn't think you had many friends left.
This is a Korean guy I did business back in Ireland. He's bringing super notes into the country tonight.
Super notes?
Counterfeits! They look so good, you wouldn't spot them in a month of Sundays. Over there, we used to buy them off them, exchange them for genuine currency. Nice scam, if you don't hit the same place too often. His boys are pulling the same gig over here.
They're cutting you in on this deal.
Wanted a local to escort their boat into the harbor. They make these things in North Korea and have to ship them out here. I've heard it's some government-funded operation. I don't give a shit, as long as it keeps me in brown, you know? Anyway, I figured you know a thing or two about smuggling stuff into the country.
What's that mean?
You're illegal, right? You think us McCreary's was legal when we came here? This is a country founded by immigrants. People who beg, steal, and borrow to get ahead. It's the lifeblood of the place. People forget that.
You don't have to yell, I stopped the boat. All right, here we go. Hopefully I don't destroy Kim's boat with the RPG again.
Seems like a good kid. Reminds me of you, actually.
Is that because he's coming into the country to rob the good people of America of their hard-earned money?
When you put it like that, he reminds me of a McCreary. Good luck to him.
Doesn't look like the arrival of his store was such a secret. And you think of
Fuck if I know. Maybe my phone's tapped. Maybe Frankie's been tapping Ma's fucking phone, and he called this in to mess with me. We gotta make sure these don't make it, just to piss off Frankie if nothing else. God, no, don't right, Niko! Shit, they're sending the fucking airborne cavalry after us as well. Good thing we got a rocket launcher with us.
We've got a what?
A rocket launcher! It's in the back! Get rid of the chopper with it. Outside the boat.
Oh, it was a bad. Help your brother out here, Derrick. There we go.
Steadier than mine. You can drive the boat again now. Get back in the boat!
God, really? Come on.
Shit, man, I'm jonesing a bit. Bring me back to land.
Oh, God. Guy turns off the boat. Says he's got me covered. Don't worry. Launching a rocket launcher into a helicopter off the coast of the city is not going to bring any attention to this. None at all. Just two boats hanging out in each other's wakes. Ooh, it was close.
Got him here in one piece. That was a deal. Thanks, Niko.
Thank you, Miss McCreary. Not such a smooth journey.
Yeah, got a bit hairy out there. Good thing you have your sea legs. I hope the rest of your time here is more peaceful. That's all you can hope for in this godforsaken world. See you around, Niko.
Don't put all the payoff up your arm, Derrick.
Only place for it, me boy. Only place for it. See you soon.
Ray, Nikki, we want to keep an eye on you. Have you close. There's an apartment you're going to use from now on in Alderney. Don't worry about your cousin sleeping alone. He'll be safe. Ciao. Missed a call from Roman. Call me for Roman.
Hello there. Behaving yourself, are you, NB?
Always, Roman. As much as I can, at least. When I'm doing the bidding of these Alderney gangsters.
What do they like, NB? The gangsters.
I'm working for this guy Phil Bell at the moment. He's better than Ray Bacino. Paranoid about wiretaps and helicopters, but he seems legitimate.
He should be paranoid. The feds are after organized crime in a big way. Stay disorganized would be my advice, Niko. Don't let them get you for racketeering.
I need to work with these guys. Hopefully they'll be able to find Darko Brevich for me. I can't think who else would. Speak to you soon, cousin.
Boy. You want some serious revenge. Wow, we ended up all the way over here. God damn.
Hey, Roman, you couldn't send a cab for a cousin in need, could you?
Anything for you, NB. It should be there soon.
This guy's gonna be pissed. Oh, is this gonna be like Uber where I have to go to my pickup point? going on here? Is he inside this wall? Oh my lord, buddy.
All right, mister. I'm Roman's cousin, so I'm too good to pay for a car. Get in!
Well, I actually need, oh boy.
Ordner Avenue. Drive.
Just my luck. So, am I taking you to a big drug deal or some shit, my friend? You got a packet of snow strapped to your chest?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What? You didn't think I was down with that game? You didn't think I knew what you were about? I done all kinds of crazy shit. I only started driving this cab to make my wife shut up. You can't go around busting caps in people when you got responsibilities.
Perhaps you shouldn't go around busting caps in people regardless of your responsibilities.
That's fucking funny. Next thing you are going to tell me I shouldn't be having extramarital affairs. You got to do that shit to survive, my friend.
Of course. And to help your survival, you should just stick to driving this car, man.
Or don't, because you're very bad at it.
Get out of here, man! Diablos!
What's the hold up here?
Ah!
Yo, Nicky, what's up, homie? Our boy Stevie hit me up. The one who hooked us up with the sweet ride.
He don't want you to give it back to him, does he?
Shit, no, that's cool. I was just telling him how, you can make things happen. He's gonna be in touch with you about some cars he needs found, if you catch my meaning.
Sure, I have an ability to find stuff, if the price is right. Give him my number.
Fuck, man, you are the boy. I'll call Stevie.
Five hours later.
I hope you enjoyed your free ride. I certainly did not enjoy the driving of you.
Did a shit job of it, brother. Tuh.
We're all about conflict resolution in here, pal.
Yeah, you are.
See you again, shooter.
Give me your car. Give me your car. Oh god. Oh god. Or just drag me there. Take me there. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. I almost just got killed by the cops. Alright, I need to go to a burger shot. Roman. No. I don't want to chat. I don't want to chat.
Roman is your cousin. Any chance of getting a cab?
Niko, I am sorry, but nothing is available. You must call back another time.
All right, I need a hot dog stand stat. Oh god, and this is right. Just took that car right in front of a cop. Give me your motorcycle. Give me it. Give me it. All right, gotta be a hot dog stand between me and Derrick, right? Stevie. Brucey gave me your number, said you were looking for work. This is West Brown Bobcat is always parked top floor of the airport car park. Should be easy to find. Not that interested. I'm interested in advancing the plot. Derrick back at his old reliable spot. Find a hot dog. There we go. There we go. The nut house doesn't have anybody working it right now. God damn it. Well, I want some of the... I want tasty nuts, dude. Brother, where'd you go? Tasty nuts. Give me some tasty nuts.
Give me one of those.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, dude. Those $5 nuts were awesome. All right, Derrick. What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
All right, boy?
Yes. Good.
How do you do it? I went into a situation full of optimism, full of naivete. I got burnt. Look at me. Like smack on a fucking spoon.
Well,
How do you manage?
I don't know that I got off so lightly.
We all got our demons. Aiden O'Malley.
What about Aiden O'Malley?
I heard he's being moved. Maybe this is our time. Put all this crap to bed. Get off the drugs. Live with the memories. Aiden's being moved by van from the bacon factory. He's been talking shit about me. Back to the Albany State Correctional Facility. Please, Niko, boy, just this last one. Please.
Sure, Derrick.
You and me. We're the same. The same. The same. We're the same, you and me.
We've talked about drugs and all that stuff enough in the game that I don't really feel the need to rehash a whole lot of it. Dealing with drug use is a ridiculously complex thing, which I know is stating the obvious. There's this part of us that wants to ensure that we engage the humanity of a person, right? There's a person in there. He's using drugs and he's altering his mind and he's not lucid. There's a person in there whose engagement with reality and presence is painful enough that he turns to altering his faculties in order to continue to move through the world. That's a bummer. Imagine that, right? A reality that is so miserable you will turn to dangerous substances to get your mind, to manipulate the biology of your mind to push you out of it. That sucks. And this thing that I think I've talked about this, but engaging empathy in these situations does not have to mean enabling. So when he says one last time, hard to trust that. When a person is so deeply sucked into the wormhole of drugs, the idea of like, it's one last fix and then I'll go clean. How about this? How about you show me your commitment to sobriety and then we'll go get him? He's using cleaning up as this like latent reward for getting this done. And that's not how it works, because you might feel fine to want to get off drugs because you're high right now. In the same way that sometimes what happens with people on like anti-anxiety meds or antidepressants, once the medication kicks in and helps, there's a desire to go off of it because you feel better. The same kind of thing happens with drugs. You get whatever he's using, whatever prescription thing he's huffing. is when he's high and he feels fine because he's high, it's easier to talk a big game about leaving. Try talking to a drug addict about getting off of drugs when they're withdrawing. That's when the rubber meets the road, man. I mean, it gets to a point where you get high to avoid the withdrawal because the withdrawal is so horrible. The crash is just so deeply worse than what your stability level would have even been, that you just keep riding the waves. So yeah, sure, he could talk about how this is his last one. He's high. Go get help. Because he's into stuff that I don't think he's going to kick by himself. That's the other thing, is people overestimate their ability to kick drug habits. Yes, every once in a while, I know there are people that would pop in my comments and be like, I kicked a drug habit cold turkey. Great, you are in the margins. It is so ridiculously hard to kick this stuff by yourself. So you got to say, if I'm Niko, I'm like, yo, I got to see a commitment, man. I got to see you check yourself in somewhere. I got to see that you are sober for X amount of time, and then we can talk about it. But right now, no. I don't trust that. And your sobriety is not my reward. I don't know you that well. Don't really care. I care about you as a human, but not enough. I mean, if I'm telling Niko what to do here, right? Like, you can care about him as a person, doesn't mean taking responsibility for his actions. Doesn't mean taking responsibility for his sobriety. It's just sad that he's that locked into this misery that he needs to be, that he thinks that he needs to be in that spot. And this is how these things happen. And Niko has to make a calculation about whether this is somebody he wants to continue to engage with, particularly if he's not sober while he's engaging with him, because there's a good chance Niko's not getting all the proper information. It's hard to set boundaries with people who abuse substances sometimes, because there's a worry that if you don't keep an eye on them, things will go worse. Sometimes that happens, but I am here to tell you, in the same way that we have this conversation when we talk about suicide, when people have substance abuse issues, by and large, 98% of the time, that person's responsible for it. Person's responsible. Like, there's nothing forcing him to huff into that bottle. It might be a very strong compulsion because of the addiction, and I don't discount that. Ultimately, the decision to pick up that bottle instead of lean into the discomfort of what it might mean to get clean, it's a choice that he's making, and one that he is accountable for. The only time that you're not accountable for this would be like if somebody slipped something into something and he got addicted to it and didn't knowingly consume it. That's shitty. But if he's the one that's consciously going to pick this up and deal with it, like, he's responsible for his actions, and Niko can hold him accountable for that, and you can hold people in your life that are substance abusers accountable. You don't have to put up with it. If it gets worse because your support's not available, that's not your responsibility. It's the responsibility of the person who's abusing the substance. You can introduce resources, you can suggest help, you can do all these things, but the old adage of you can lead a horse to water applies here. And I say this with an immense amount of empathy for what it is that goes into people getting involved in this stuff, but also recognizing that accountability has to go where accountability deserves to go, and you can't take responsibility for this. And when he says, me and Niko, me and you are the same, I don't even know what that means.
Niko, I hear my brother Derrick is asking you to ice his old drinking buddy Aiden O'Malley.
How?
Yeah, he has. What's the big deal?
O'Malley is in government custody. He's got more police protection than the mayor. I left a truck with a rocket launcher in it for you in an alley off of Applewhite in Alderney City.
A truck with a rocket launcher in it. What am I meant to do with him?
Who knows? Anyway, the convoy with O'Malley in it has to go through the Booth Tunnel. You're gonna get there first and block the road with your truck. I'm gonna come in from the rear and block them that way. Pick up the truck and give me a call.
So, and here's part of the problem too. First of all, how the hell does he find that out, other than, I guess, if Derrick calls him? But two, in the name of support and looking out for our boy, we're enabling. Like, if you look at Derrick's substance abuse as like a legitimate issue that needs to be addressed, we're enabling. Dude gets high, dude gets messed up, dude has an idea about how he wants his old drinking buddy to die. Dude makes the request while under the influence, and we go do it. There's no system of accountability here with the people that matter to him of like, yeah, we want to take him out, but we're not going to do it till you're sober. And people squirm. Substance abusers squirm like crazy when this happens. How dare you? You're abandoning me. You don't understand. I mean, if you've been around a substance abuser, you've heard these things a million times. But ultimately, there have to be systems of accountability for behavior. If you get too locked into enabling behaviors, sometimes that you don't even realize you're in on. Right? Like this doesn't overtly look like an enabling behavior, but it ultimately is. He's learning he doesn't have to do anything, and people are still going to show up for him because he's our brother, he's our boy. So at some point, the system becomes a cultivator of these things, or at the very least, something that allows for it to perpetuate. You become a small sliver of the problem. Now, is it Niko's responsibility to get locked in and all this stuff with Derrick? Nah. Again, Niko could just say, Derrick, I'm not really willing to do your stuff. He doesn't have to get into the whole... Again, I probably sound somewhat sanctimonious right now, but that's because of my analysis. Niko doesn't have to come in hot with Derrick and say, you get sober and then I'll do this or whatever. If Niko doesn't want to do it, then Niko just says, I'm not going to do it. His reason can be because Derrick's not sober. His reason could be something else. None of these games happen if you actually have good boundaries, which is the whole thing. Niko's choosing to do it, so.
Alright, I've got the truck.
When we have him blocked in, we take down the escort and make off with the prisoner.
Why don't we just kill the fucker there and then?
That's probably what Derrick would have told you to do in his smacked out state. Problem is, he's the first one they'd talk to if that happened. We gotta make this look like a prison break. Great. They're leaving the old cop shop now. Should be at the Booth Tunnel soon.
This is outrageous. Like, what? No way. All right. Whatever. Doesn't matter how realistic it is. Just absolutely outrageous that we're doing this way. All in the name of like family loyalty. This is what man, if this is not a perfect example of the levels of bullshit people will go to because of family. The construct of family. Family is no more entitled to you going beyond whatever your boundaries of reason would be than anybody else. We create these constructs that somehow we're more obligated, or we have to do more, or we have to whatever, because it's family. He's my brother. I would never do this for anybody else, but he's my brother, so I'll do it. If you subscribe to that because you've critically thought about it and you've decided that that's more important to you, all well and good. Fine. But most people don't actually critically think about this stuff. They think they're just supposed to do it because it's family. I'm not talking about blocking a tunnel and shooting a rocket launcher at a cop truck. I'm talking about things where, you know, you're really busy with work and your sister has a kid and your sister expects that you're going to somehow watch their kid when they need to do something while you're busy. And you think because it's your sister, you're more obligated to help, and so you say yes, and you sacrifice your quality of work that you're supposed to be doing in a project. You could set the same boundary with your sister as you could anybody else, and should. arguably. It's healthier to do that. In some circumstances, maybe you're a little more flexible. But again, the idea that you'd be more flexible because it's family and thus I have to is not healthy. It could be family and thus I want to, in which case you then are accountable for some of the things that happen. Like some of the things maybe you miss out on or whatever. But obligation to family is not a reason to go stick your neck out like this. Because Derrick's essentially putting you in harm's way by asking you to do this. If a family member is asking you to put yourself in harm's way in order to help them, it's not a fair ask. Crazy that they have all this infrastructure in this game.
I'm in position, Packy.
All right, man, we're coming to you. Take out the escort, but keep Derrick's pal alive.
What's this jerk think he's doing? Hey, Mitch, can you find out what this guy's up to?
Hey, buddy, we're gonna need you to move this thing.
This is insane.
I got a bad feeling about this. Defend the prisoner! One more! Shit, Niko, they're all over me!
There's an attempted prison break in progress. All units report to the booth tunnel.
Fucking get rid of these guys, Niko!
Working on it, Packy. Chill.
Officer down! Call in my sight, they're gonna blow their head off! Get down on the ground! My lover, okay? Get down! I'm gonna be okay! I'm gonna be okay! Get out of here! Look out! Take cover! Down! Call the paramedics! Got hurt! Help me! Somebody help! Down! Down! Everyone! Back me up! Back me up! Smile, Derrick! Cover!
You drive while I watch our cargo, Niko. We gotta lose this heat before we can send this fucker where he's going.
Dispatch air unit from Middle Park West.
Oh my god.
All right, I'll try to lose these fucking cops.
Out of the way. Out of the way. Oh no. No, no, no. This is a terrible idea. Oh no. Dude, with a chopper on me, this is gonna be next to impossible. Oh, man. So nuts. Hit the old pay and spray with the LCPD armored truck. Think they'll cover me? Come on, come on, come on.
We need to lose this van, Bucky. The cops will be looking for it.
Ditch the truck in a quiet location. Okay. Hi, kitty man. If your family legitimately cared about your well-being and your boundaries, they wouldn't ask you to do something so unfair in the first place. Shouldn't that be the first sign to say no from the get-go? So while I think there's some truth to that, I think the bigger thing is if somebody in your family or otherwise is going to ask you to do something that is potentially going to put you in harm's way or something like that, it's not, I mean, it's your responsibility to say no. It's not necessarily their responsibility to not ask in the first place. I think, though, that when people can acknowledge up front, hey, I know what I'm asking is more than you would generally be willing to do. Or I am aware that this is a big ask. I'm aware that you've said you don't want to get involved in it or whatever. If there's some show of empathy, it doesn't mean that you have to just, you know, do it, right? But that acknowledgement can go a long way because it shows an understanding of the fact that it's a big ask. But yeah, I mean, if you've been very clear about your boundaries and somebody just keeps asking you anyway, it's, yeah, all the more reason to say no. My point is that
there's a car.
Obligation is not what... Obligation because
You're
family,
not free
isn't
yet,
it?
asshole. Get in that car.
Okay, it looks like we've lost him. Take us over to the cliffs in Leftwood.
What are we going to do with this dude? Take Aiden to the cliffs. Are we going to pick up Derrick?
The cliffs of Leftwood, then. Is there a boat coming or something? Where am I going?
You're going to a faraway place, my friend.
Damn right. Somewhere the cops will never find me.
Nobody's gonna find you where you're going, friend.
Shit, I don't even know who sent you guys. Who do I got to thank for springing me from the joint?
We're doing this on behalf of an old acquaintance of yours.
I knew I wasn't forgotten about. I knew that no matter how long I rotted in there, people on the outside world still remember me.
People remember you, all right. You're at the front of certain people's minds.
Well, who is it? Not Julia. She stopped writing and coming on visiting days, but I could tell she was still thinking of me. I knew it.
You'll find out who it was when we get there. In the meantime, shut the hell up, buddy.
All right, friend. Thank you.
Winky. Be on my lap. Is that what you want? Be on my lap? Okay. Okay. A lot easier when I have a controller, eh, buddy?
Jesus Christ!
Chill. Oh, God. Whoa. What's going on here? Podrick, thanks for that gifted sub. Appreciate that.
Out you come, old boy.
The cliffs, the sea air. I really am free. I could cry. You've made me a happy man, boys. Now it's time to tell me who asked you to do this.
Derrick McCreary. He's my brother.
Derrick? But he ratted me out. He's the reason I ended up in that place to start with, the spineless...
So you thought you'd talk about him? He's my brother, and guys like you are killing him. Niko, get rid of dear old Aiden.
Aiden is dead.
That's the end of a chapter. I can close the book on a whole lot of my past now, Niko. Thanks. Maybe a clean break is in order. A fresh beginning.
Good luck to you.
He could have done that without all that. Turn over a new leaf without that. He doesn't need to be dead. Look, man. Okay. Look. This channel's about talking about real life stuff. Last time I checked, the majority of my viewership aren't going to try to have somebody killed because they wronged them at some point. And there are ramifications to having a person alive because, I mean, that, come on. It's not what this is. But here's what we are going to talk about, which is excuses that people make to defer taking accountability and making changes in their life. If this, then this. If this, then this. Once I do this, then this. Once I move, then I'll do this. Once my dad dies, then I'll do this. Once I blah, 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 then this. I'm not talking about stuff that is legitimately tied to those things. I'm talking about things that aren't actually tied to it. You know, I'll look into getting sober once my sister gets her diploma. Like, these are things that aren't actually required to you taking the next steps in your life. And sometimes I will ask people directly, if necessary, like, these things that you're saying need to happen in order for this to happen, are they actually tied to it? Or are you just arbitrarily doing that in order to defer taking accountability for doing something now? Because essentially it becomes fodder for procrastination. So Derrick, who doesn't necessarily, maybe he does want to stop his drug use, maybe he doesn't, but he says, well, once this guy's taken care of, then I'll turn over a new leaf. Why not do it now? Why not both? ¿Por qué no los dos? Why not turn over a new leaf now on the off chance that that never happens rather than waiting? It's too often that people use convenient excuses to defer making decisions that are better for them in the here and now. Best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Second best time is now. And I genuinely think it's important to be more critically mindful about whether the explanations you're making for why you are choosing to stay where you're at versus change are things that are legitimately actual impediments that have clear, or maybe could be clear with some thought strategies for how to remove those constraints in order to get there. Or if it's just arbitrary bullshit you're making so that you can stay where you are, even though you complain about it because it's more comfortable than whatever you're worried it would be if you change it. Derrick didn't have to wait for this in order to clean up. We didn't need this guy's life to be lost. The guy's life was already lost. He was in prison. Niko, need you to meet me on Castle Drive. Francis. Man, these McCrearys, huh? Demanding fellas. Love how I don't even get to have the car. I gotta walk my ass back up here. This little playground. You see, this is like crazy, man. People had to make these assets and put them in the game. And there's just so much stuff in these that exists that you just walk right past and never pay attention to. It's just so good. Or why not just admit you don't want to change? Keep it simple. That's certainly an option. It's an option that would save people a lot of stress and flack sometimes if they would just admit it.
What?
Sir, get out of the car. check out our house here. Yeah, I mean, being honest with yourself is really helpful, right? Like, it's like, I actually don't want to change. I want to keep doing drugs. Cool. I think sometimes people worry that if they admit that people are going to bail on them or not support them. And in some cases, they're right. But if you're going to lie to people so that they stay around, then that means they're staying around on false pretense, which is going to catch up with you. I'm late for therapy in the middle of the night. Therapists open at 2 a.m. Honestly, I wouldn't mind that. Happily do therapy in the middle of the night. All right, let's see how decent this house is. Not quite my Manhattan apartments, but it'll do. Hey, stop. Stop biting stuff, dude. All right. Stop. All right, friends. I'm sure you've noticed that I've been yawning. It's because I'm exhausted. I had a long day today. So, I am going to end the episode here, maybe a little bit earlier than you were expecting, just because of that. But I do appreciate you watching this episode. Appreciate that you care what I have to say about the stuff that happens in this game. I hope that maybe my words are helpful at certain points throughout the playthrough. It's been an absolute pleasure to play this, and I'm looking forward to seeing what other things the McCrearys will have us do. Hopefully we get more family dynamics. That'll be fun to analyze. Thank you, as always, for leaving thumbs up and comments and all that stuff. It really makes a difference for my channel. Tell people about it if you think they could benefit from this or any of my other playthroughs. If you're binging, I'll see you right here in the next episode. If you're waiting for the next one to come out, I'll get it out as soon as I can. Appreciate you all immensely. You matter. See you in the next one.